Line.
Going the other way. Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No gain on this defense, no gain. At 58 is a mic. Go 58 is a mic.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Guys, it's game. At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, and he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Murray to air it out again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 11th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. With that run, double-check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go. It's Gurley. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready? Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm on.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the slant.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That ball complete to Isabella. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
On the set. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend the lead to 11-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st and 10, Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 11-0 our score after 1.
Here we go. Two times.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
25 yards that time. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and that will get them one closer. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one for.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super for toe.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion. Offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 2nd down.
180. All day, dog.
Here's Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
4 down. Hey, alert 3.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down, Los Angeles.
Here goes tonight. 180. Get him.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Go, 12, go.
Back to throw. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Oh, he sheds himself free. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Maybe looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. On 2nd and a couple. Murray. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Murray. It's complete to Williams. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Zerline's kick is up and through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 40-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
Set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down,
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
The score, Rams 21, Cardinals 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. And Woods has it complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Again they run with Gurley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And got him in. It's Woods. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd down, it's Henderson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Goff now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice.
Miss might that turn out to be. Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. To throw is Murray. Throw left side completes Isabella. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Murray now to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Murray now. Open man is Kirk, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 21-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now it's gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
What? 20. 58, come on. Too little, Doctor.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Gurley again here on first down. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that
one. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 7-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And Jeffrey's got it. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said.